am Unapologetically Eric. You can find me on Facebook at Unapologetically Eric or on Twitter at Eric Not Sorry. So, after last weekend's assassination attempt on Trump, many people have gone to social media and posted some pretty disgusting, vile, evil things. And now some of them are actually losing their job. Now, to preface, I am a First Amendment absolutist. I believe anyone and anybody, anyone or any tree self or desk self has the right to say whatever it is they want, no matter how disgusting or vile it is, or how racist or bigoted or whatever. Granted, there will be repercussions for that. Some people may not like you or respond in kind. But I believe everybody has the right to say whatever it is they want to say. But some of these people are losing their jobs or resigning from their jobs because they're being outed. Now, again, they're the ones that are putting it out there. And Twitter profiles, a great one called Libs of TikTok, they are a great follow, and others are putting these pieces of shit on full blast. Now, as I've already said, I'm a free speech absolutist, so I really had to do some deep thinking on this, soul searching, if you will, because some people are like, hell yeah, screw them, let them get fired, tough noogies. And then there's others also on the same political spectrum as myself that are going, do we really want to support people losing their job or losing their livelihoods for what they posted on social media and the things that they said? And I understand, I can see both sides of that argument. I can, because again, I believe you have a right to say whatever it is you want to say. But on the other hand, I'm like, after the last 4, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, So, like I said, I had to do some deep thinking, and I have come to like my quote unquote decision, and my feeling is, fuck these people. Fuck them. Now, do I think it is a good, happy, joyous time when somebody gets fired from their job or are forced to resign? Typically, no. But in this instance, fuck them. Because over the last 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, other people on my side of the political spectrum have lost their jobs, or have been fired, or have had their accounts demonetized or deleted on every social media account or YouTube. So whether it was X or at the time Twitter, YouTube, people would get their videos and their channels demonetized or flat out deleted, or on Facebook, which I love to call fascist book, fuck you, Zuck, because people would post things, sometimes innocuously, and they would just get slammed with the ban hammer. Now, so for those of you that are unaware of some of this, some of these things, actually the first thing I'm going to list off, I don't even understand the context of it, but it sounds pretty stupid, but people were losing their social media accounts. Now, for the average Joe, they create a new account, make a new email, boom, done. No, it's no big deal. But there are people out there that use social media as a business. I, for one, use it to promote this podcast. Wow, shocker. Also, Two Guys, One Campfire. But people make a living on X or on YouTube. And then all of a sudden, the rug is pulled out from underneath them. There are independent reporters that use social media to draw attention to their work, which is then how they get paid. Now, some of the things people have been kicked off of social media for. This one is X, or at the time, Twitter specific. If you went on Twitter before Elon Musk purchased it and basically gutted out a lot of the rot, still some there, but if you went on there and you posted "learn to code," you would get kicked off. It would just be gone. Your account was taken off. That's all you did was learn to code, and you immediately lost your account. There was also a woman, I believe it was Lauren Southern. I believe so. She's a reporter. She posted, "Men aren't women." No, I believe it was "men aren't women, though." Boom, her account was locked. She was deleted. Just excommunicated off of Twitter. She actually posted a fact, and if you don't like that fact, well, sorry, I live in reality, not fantasy land. But she lost all her access. She lost all of her reach. All of the people that followed her, boom, gone. Just gone. If you went on to any of these social media platforms to question the vaccine, whether you questioned its effectiveness or any kind of harms, hell, if you got the vaccine and you were, what they say, vaccine injured, and you went on there and said, "I'm never doing this again. These are the list of, ailments that I dealt with or are still dealing with," boom, you were banned. You were just banned, like you never existed. If you went on to those social media sites and you questioned where COVID came from, because it came from it came from animals, it came from the wet market. If you went on the social media and said COVID came from a lab, it leaked from a lab, and even if you said, "I'm not necessarily saying it was done on purpose, it was quite possibly just an accident because shit happens," did not matter what your context was, you were just excommunicated. Excommunicado. If you questioned why people are wearing masks, if you made videos showing the ineffectiveness of masks, boom, you were demonetized, your channels were deleted, or you were flagged by misinformation. If you question the election results of the 2020 election, same thing. Oh, but wait. If you question the 2016 election, like mainstream media, the entire cackling hens of The View, Hillary Clinton herself, and other politicians, that was okay. Just like when people questioned the election between George Bush and Al Gore. If you question, now granted, social media wasn't, I don't think it was even a thing then, but that was okay. It was okay to question those elections. But if you questioned the 2020 election, you were an election denier, and you shouldn't have your speech. Boom. And people were like, well, it's okay that people are getting kicked off. I mean, it's the social media, it's their right. It's their right to do that. But somebody goes on to social media and posts vile, disgusting shit like, "Next time, don't miss," or "How could you miss?" or "You had one job. Next time, do better." Those were just some of the comments that were made by some vile pieces of shit, and now they're being put on full blast, and some people are like, "You're doxing them." No, people are not doxing. Well, I take that back. Some people may be doxing these people. What doxing is putting up your real name and your home address and your phone number. I'm not in favor of that. No matter who it is. You don't do that. You just don't do that. But no, some people may be doing it, but I have not seen libs of TikTok and some of the other people I follow do that, but they are posting screenshots of what they posted. And a lot of people have, their information in their bio. Or you can just do a simple search like, "Oh, that's your name on Facebook? Let me see. Do you have a LinkedIn account? Oh, look, you do. Oh, look, that's your profession." And then they put it online. "Hey, this person, is this profession, perhaps, and then he even sometimes put they work here, and their face, which is in their profile pic, right? So it's already out there. And then they put up the screenshot of the horrible, disgusting, nasty shit they post. And then some of them are losing their jobs. And no, I don't feel sorry, all because of everything I just listed. I mean, myself, just me. I'm just a lowly I'm just a normie. I'm nobody fucking special, but I was under threat of possibly losing my job because I didn't want to get the vaccine. Now, this was not my job. They did not pressure me. Obviously I have never used their name, but my job, they were great. They never pressured me. Okay, everything's positive. 2 thumbs up, 4 thumbs up. Everything's great. But because they would have had their arm twisted by the federal government, which was backdooring through OSHA to potentially force companies to force their employees, if they had over 100 employees, I believe, to get the vaccine. An experimental drug. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that, and nor have I. And I wasn't alone. At where I work, there were others that were like, yeah, no, I don't want it. I don't plan on getting it, yada, yada. And we weren't alone. There was tens of thousands of companies across the country that were under the barrel of a gun from the government to force its employees, to force the citizens to do something with their body they didn't fucking want. So I was already at risk of losing my job because I didn't want that. And people were on social media, if you don't get it, you don't belong in society. They were actual people out there saying what they say Trump says, where people that don't want to get the vaccine should just be rounded up and put into camps. Yeah, that was actual quotes. I believe a politician said it, I believe. But it was parroted by a lot of others. So again, the people that are losing their jobs, fuck them. I don't care. Yes, they have the right to say what they said, but there are repercussions. Just like what I stated before about where I work. Again, I haven't said their name, never have, never will. But if I went on to social media and said, wow, where I work really sucks, the boss is a dick and blah, blah, negative, and someone found it and saw it, they would probably use it against me, or they would have every right to. And be like, well, then why are you working here? We could fast track you out the door. Would that make you happy? And I would expect them to. Just like if I ran a company and I found an employee posting shit like that. There's repercussions. And so, let's just look at some of the shit here. Let's see. There was a fire chief in Delaware that was sad. That was sad that the shooter didn't do the job, didn't get the mission accomplished. He was blasted on social media, and he was forced to resign due to the backlash. And I'm like, good, fuck you. There were teachers that were going online posting shit like that. Do you want people like that to be around your kids? I'm serious. Do you want somebody like that? Do you want someone that is so demented to go online and opine that someone didn't get murdered, although somebody did. Someone did. R.I.P. Corey. But because they didn't murder someone that they hated didn't get murdered, do you want them teaching your kids? I sure as fuck wouldn't. And yeah, they're thankfully Libs of TikTok and others, thank you for putting them on blast. Fuck these people. There was a nurse, not just one, I saw at least three accounts, nurses saying the same thing. To which I question if someone came under their care and they noticed that they had a Trump bumper sticker on their car, or they were wearing a MAGA hat or whatever, would they give 100% to help that person? I'm seriously asking that question. Would they? Or would they be like, yeah, sorry, I can't get you the pain meds you desperately need right now. I'm busy. Or administering the wrong drug or anything. Is it a possibility? Absolutely. With how fucked up people are nowadays? Absolutely. There was a doctor. A fucking doctor went online and was giving tips on how to shoot better and more accurate. He also listed medications, drugs that you could take that would calm your nerves to steady your aim. A fucking doctor did this. Do we want this person to have a license to help people, to work on people? Because again, I asked the same question about the nurses. If this doctor knew that a patient in front of them was a Trump supporter, would he give it his all? Or would he just be like, meh, I'll phone it in today. My insurance is paid up. There are also elected officials from around the country that have gone on social media and posted horrible shit about the assassination attempt. Granted, they're fucking no-names, but still, you are an elected official. You are despicable. Quit. Resign your post. You're not even worthy of being around in civilized society, but I don't have the authority to send you to a fucking island somewhere. I heard Epstein has a vacant one. A lot of criminals that were there, but I digress. But you definitely do not have a right to fucking serve the people because you clearly don't give a fuck about people. You only care about certain kinds of people. To say something as vile as, I'm really bummed out that someone wasn't murdered, or the person that I really didn't like got murdered today, you're a piece of shit. Kind of like that fucking douchebag Destiny. He's a fucking cuck. Little fucking bitch bag. He's on social media. He's making fucking videos. People are saying he's like rage farming. I don't give a fuck. I pay him no attention outside of what some of my followers post or people that I follow post. But he's laughing. He laughed at the firefighter, Corey Compertor, that died. Well, he shouldn't have been there. He shouldn't have been supporting a Nazi fascist like Trump. Fuck you, you piece of shit. I hope I never meet you. Ever. Because I don't think I could hawk a big enough loogie in your direction. I wouldn't get violent unless you attacked me. But fuck you, Destiny, you piece of shit. You know, there's other things that people have said through the years. Obviously, they have called Trump Hitler. They have been calling him that for years. I have yet seen any evidence of that. He was president once. I've already talked about this before. I'm sure I'll bring it up again. He never rounded people up and put them in ovens, okay? Never did that. Never talked about it. But he keeps being called Hitler. And then there were Democrats and people like Antifa and some elected officials going out there and saying, punch a Nazi. So, okay. So if Trump is Hitler, then any of his supporters would be considered a Nazi. So they're basically saying that if you see somebody with a MAGA hat, punch them in the face. They're promoting violence. That's okay, though. That's okay. Fuck you people. There was a guy, I believe, I would have to look it up, and I'm too fucking lazy. But there was a guy, I want to say it was in 2018, 2017. There was a teenager, I believe it was 17 or 18, who had a MAGA hat or a Trump t-shirt or something. Some guy, some piece of dog shit, ran him over with his car and killed him and thought it was okay because the kid was a Trump supporter. These people are fucking delusional. And then people wonder, well, how could July 13th, how could have something like that have happened? Well, there's a lot of conspiracy theories about that. But I'm not going down that rabbit hole today, but it's rhetoric like that shit. I mean, Justice Kavanaugh, a Supreme Court justice, and he wasn't the only one, when the rumor of the Roe versus Wade overturning came out, people protested in front of their homes. It's against the law for anybody to set up camp and protest outside of a Supreme Court justice's house. Nobody cared. Local police were told, let it happen, because the local officials were Democrats. There was a guy who was, either he was caught or he turned himself in. Regardless, he was going to Justice Kavanaugh's house to kidnap and kill him. He had a gun, and he had, I think, zip ties or rope or duct tape or something. Yeah, that's what he was going to do. But that's okay. That's okay, though, right? No, it's fucking not. Perfect example. Today is July 20th. Democratic rep from, I believe, Texas, Sheila Jackson Lee, passed today. I have nothing good to say about her. I have nothing positive to say about her. But I'm not going to sit here and gloat and smile and laugh that she died today. I know that she has loved ones. She's got loved ones that are obviously very sad, and they're mourning today. Why would I come out and say all sorts of hateful, hurtful things or be joyous that she died? Why would I do that? Why would I add to that? I would just out myself as an asshole. So no, that's what makes people like me and others on my side of the political spectrum that think like me different than those fuckers on the other side. That's how far divided we are now. We laugh at the death of someone or the thought of the death of someone. What is fucking wrong with people? What is wrong with us? Really? So again, I'm not going to say anything negative about her. That's it. Period. End of story. Not saying anything negative about her. She's passed. I'm done, right? But I know there will be douchebags that go on social media and laugh. And okay, you know what? They're a douchebag. In my opinion, they're a douchebag. There's probably things they dislike about her. Like I disagreed with her about pretty much everything. The policies she supported, things that she said, I totally disagreed. We're polar opposites. But I didn't want to see her dead. Just like I stated in my last or 2 episodes ago about the assassination attempt on Trump. I don't have ill will to have something like that happen to any other public, politician or a public person, celebrity, or whatever. That's fucked up. But these people losing their jobs because of that, because of the things they post, fuck them. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't care. There's a video of some girl that used to work at Home Depot because she posted shit like that on social media. And then there was a video where someone confronted her. Now, I do not advocate going out and confronting people, especially when they are on the clock. But it wasn't me. Somebody else did it. I saw the video. And she was backing up what she said. She supported what she said. She was proud of what she said. Well, Home Depot let her go. Bye-bye. Bye, Felicia. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad at all. Because if not just me, if millions of other people were at risk of losing their job because they didn't want to get an experimental vaccine, and those people were like, well, they should lose their jobs if they don't get it. They're putting all of us at risk. Fuck off. Don't care. Eat a dick. K. So that's pretty much all I have to say about that. Be careful. Be careful of what you post on social media. We are all guilty of texting someone while we're angry or when our feelings are hurt. We are all guilty of going on the social media and posting something out of anger, hate, rage, or again, your feelings were hurt. And then a few minutes later, you're like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. And you can't take it back because the internet is forever. Doesn't matter, you could have it up 30 seconds. Someone will screenshot it, and then you're fucking boned. So think before you speak. Think before you post. And if you're like, fuck it, I don't care, well, you're going to care if it comes back to bite you in the ass. Just saying. So I thank all of you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. If you like this episode, please share with all of your friends. Share it on social media. All that good stuff. You know the routine. So until next time, y'all, take care.